My name is TakeDownTV, and this is my save file.
3, 2, 1. What's up, gamers? And welcome to the Save File podcast, where like every video game character, every gamer has an origin story to tell. I'm your host, Gold Lion, and today's guest, I'm so excited for today's guest. She's such an amazing character. Just had a brief conversation with her before we got on. She's an amazing human being. Wow, see how excited I am? I can't freaking talk right now. Amazing human being and a beautiful soul, and I can't wait to dive into this. But before we get into that, before we introduce our guest, I do have this hashtag ad thing I gotta do, because your boy is sponsored by Hybrid ATX, and here's the ad copy, you know. So today's sponsor is Hybrid ATX, the next generation of gamers. So with all the craziness that's going on in the world, our children need an immediate need for structured learning and remote interaction with peers, and honestly just some much needed normalcy during these crazy ass weird times. That's why Hybrid ATX created the virtual mini camp for gamers. Here your child will get a structured learning and monitoring environment with education on topics like the gaming industry, health and wellness, and of course gaming. Excuse me. So for more information, head to the website at Hybrid ATX. Don't forget to check out their other programs as well. And if you do decide to enroll, please use promo code SAVEFILE at checkout when you say it, and then you could save 15%. Hybrid ATX, the next generation of gamers. Ladies and gentlemen, you need words? Yeah, okay, Baby Yoda, I love you too. Ladies and gentlemen, I humbly and respectfully welcome the one and only, the beautiful TakeDownTV. What's up, Takedown?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm so happy that you're here. It's so awesome. I'm excited for you to be here, honestly. I feel like you have such an amazing journey, and I'm just ready for you to share it. You know, good old Gold Lion's gonna sit here and pick your brain.
Yeah.
So
I see my community see how nervous I am already, and they're gonna make fun of me for how nervous I am.
Come on, can we spam some hearts in the chat? Something, you know, show some love right here to help her encourage her through these nervous moments. Something, help her out. But yeah, Takedown. So why did you even decide to come on the show if you're so nervous?
So my channel's been growing a lot, like pretty fast. I don't know. Since PAX South, it's gone crazy and it's been super wild. And I'm trying this new thing where I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. And it's not just gaming or being with my community. I did a game show with One Delta Street with iCharlie on the last season that he had, and that was fun, but it was stepping out of my comfort zone, and I was really nervous about it. But I was super lucky, you know, to be invited to do it, and like to have you reach out to me to do this, no matter how nervous I am. And I have been nervous the entire like month and a half I've known about it. It was just like an honor that you wanted to do this, you know, because I've watched your podcast before. I think they're great and they're deep, and that's what I like about it. So
what got you to want to step out the comfort zone though?
Gotta do it. I mean, I've been streaming for 2 years now. I think my 2-year anniversary is actually in 2 days or in a day.
Congrats. Let's do it. Let's go.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just I have to start stepping out of my comfort zone and doing things that can help me grow or even help other people grow. Like we did the web show, and I was just trying to send people over to follow all day your channel to come in and so they can see it. And I was like, guys, if you don't want to miss it, this is where you have to go. And like, I don't know, to me, I know it's about me and I know it's my podcast and stuff, but everything I feel that I do is about other people as well. Like, I don't really think about it as just for me. Like, this is giving you a lot of exposure, and it gets your stuff out there. And I think that's great as well, you know, for you to be doing this and for us to being able to help you at the same time, if that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense. See, that's what I meant when I said in the beginning, you have a beautiful soul. It's because there's not a lot of, it's kind of rare. Of course, you would know people in this gaming industry is like, people are not willing to give as much as you're willing to give. Yeah. If that makes sense. And it's just, I appreciate you, you know, shouting your boy out and helping me out. I really do appreciate it. But honestly, like, the honor's mine for you to come on the show. I didn't think you were going to do it, honestly, when I invited you, but hell yeah, I'm happy that you...
Here we are.
Here we freaking are. All right, so the first segment we're going to get into... Where's my mouse? There it is. But the first segment we're going to get into is your character creation. So, you know, when you start your video game of life, there's always a character you create. So we're going to go ahead and talk about TakeDownTV. So why the name TakeDownTV?
So before I started streaming, I was a viewer. Um, I had found Mixer, and I spent a lot of time in other people's channels, and just being a viewer, never thought of streaming or anything like that. I mean, I came home and gamed, played Call of Duty every day for the past, I don't know, 15 to 20 years. I've come home and game.
Mm-hmm.
And I got really into these communities, and they were so loving and welcoming that I kind of wanted, it made me want to start streaming. And it
Okay.
made me want to do my thing. And when I decided I wanted to start streaming and what was going to be my brand and what was going to be my thing, I just wanted it to be me. Um,
Mm.
I don't want to put on a fake smile and do this stuff. Like, what you see is what you get when you come to my channel. I'm harsh, I'm lewd, I'm crude, I'm loud. I'm different than most other girls. Um, and like, I don't know, I just wanted to be myself, and I wanted it to be based around me and go from there. And when I was in high school, I don't know if you guys remember MySpace. I don't think my age is
Oh
showing
yeah.
now.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I was
so
about
my name
MySpace.
was Taylor Takedown, and I was like really well known in the music industry, and I worked at a lot of music venues, and I was very, very popular on MySpace. And it was just a nickname that my friends gave me. They called me Takedown because I was, really brash, and like if somebody said something and I didn't like it, I was going to let them know that I didn't like it, or that what they're saying is wrong or whatever. And that's how I got the name. And that was the only thing I could think of when I did it, was like, let's bring me and my name. And it's from my past. I mean, it follows me back to ninth grade and high school, this name. And I figured that it's kind of who I am as a person, no matter what. And it would be a little fun thing to bring back stuff for my older friends to support me. And yeah, it's me.
So take down because you weren't scared to share your
I wasn't scared to
opinion.
share my emotions, my opinion, anything. Like, I've always been one to speak up, like if given a platform, like to be able to speak up. I've always wanted to be able to use a platform for good or whatever it may be. So
So
yeah.
what happened in the music industry? How'd you get involved in that?
When I was in high school, there was a local venue down here called Solid Sound Studios. It was a really, really cool venue, very small. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Newfound Glory. They're from down here where I live, and they used to play there and stuff. And I just worked for a lot of bands and sold their merch or helped them set up their stuff. And eventually the venues started to reach out to me and said, hey, can we hire you? Do you want to come work for us? Or, you can go to all the shows for free if you work 2 days a week. And I got really involved in it, and I loved it. And I got to go to all these shows for free. I've met so many cool people and partied with celebrities. And
Hey.
I even went to school for music for a little bit. It just didn't work out. I was getting my degree for that. And the industry back then was, if you're a female trying to work in the music industry, it was a lot of downfall. Oh, you're sleeping with this person because you're a girl and you're working for that band. She must be sleeping with them, type
Mm.
of thing. And it was really hard, and people wouldn't hire you because you were a girl, or they wouldn't hire you to do sound because you were a chick, or do merch or whatever because the girlfriends were jealous, or whatever it may be. And it got to the point where finding a job was so hard as a woman that I just said, fuck it. Let's see what happens. I took off school for a year or two until I decided what I wanted to do and go back. And I went back and I ended up getting a hospitality degree because I'm pretty good with people and good with words. And I can be pretty friendly. I know I come off really bitchy sometimes, but when customer service and stuff, I can definitely put on a game face. And it was something I was good at. And I went and got a degree and graduated and came back home, opened up a restaurant with some friends, and now I'm a full-time streamer. It's crazy.
So where are you from though?
Florida, South Florida.
South Florida.
Mm-hmm.
How was it like growing up there?
Crazy. Very crazy. Growing up here, where I live specifically, is a lot of rich old people, retired. I went to a private school where everybody drove Hummers and BMWs, and I didn't even have a car till my senior year. And when I did, it was a Honda Civic, and everybody made fun of you because, oh, look at the poor girl. She's, like, who cares? I was blessed that somebody bought me a car. My grandfather bought me this car. That's a blessing in its own. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people have to
Mm-hmm.
work for that stuff and earn it on their own. And I dealt with a lot growing up because I didn't fit in with the kids that went to my school. I wanted tattoos. I had piercings. I was different, and I was bullied, and I, was kicked around and told I should kill myself. And, all this stuff just for being myself, just for being different, for not having money or not fitting in with them or whatever. So I went through a lot of stuff growing up, but everything that I've gone through has made me who I am today. And if I didn't go through those hard times and those hardships, I don't think I would be as strong and a bad bitch that I am today. That's what I got.
Love that. So let's go back to those times you were bullied.
Mm-hmm.
What's a scenario? Actually probably multiple scenarios. What's a scenario that really sticks with you to this day and what you learned from the most?
The one that sticks out the most was I would always sit in the hallway because like I didn't have a lot of friends, and like the few friends that I did have, we were on different schedules, different classes. And I just remember sitting in the hall one day and one of the boys walked by. He literally kicked my feet and then he looked at me and he was like, "Why don't you just fucking kill yourself?" And I just stood there. I barely knew the kid. I never spoke to him. I don't know why he said it to me. I don't know what provoked it. And it was just something that kind of stuck with me because, like, how could you treat somebody so poorly that you don't know, you know nothing about, you've never had a conversation with? And I've dealt with that a lot since I started streaming. A lot of people, that don't know me, make rumors up or say lies or whatever. And I've gotten used to it. I feel because I went through it back then. And just to see how many people don't know you, but can act like they do or pretend that they do or speak to others like they do, even if you've never had a conversation in your life. And that's why I try to spread the message that, you never know what somebody's going through. You never know anything. Like, I feel like you should be kind to anybody. Like, I don't know. My mom taught me that when somebody said something to you that wasn't nice, you just bit your tongue and like you moved on. If I don't like somebody, I'm not going to blast it on the internet. I'm not going to tell you, F you, I hate you, and talk smack about you. I'm just going to move on. I'm going to be 29 years old. I'm an adult and I don't have time for it. It's all about positivity. And, as much negative is in this world, you have to bring out as much positive as you can. And even if that's just keeping your mouth shut and biting your tongue, I just wish more people do that because they don't realize what they're doing to people when they do open their mouths and how much they're hurting other people. Yeah.
And why did it hurt you so much when that random person did that to you?
I think just because I wanted to know why, and I didn't know why. Why would somebody you don't know and never had a conversation with say such terrible things to you or about you? If you don't know somebody, why speak on them? Oh, I heard this from somebody, so let me spread it and do this and whatever. But like, that could be totally untrue. Why don't you go to the person, or why don't you just, leave it be? And it does happen a lot in this industry. And it does feel like it's going back to high school sometimes because it happens a lot, no matter what platform you're on. It could be Twitch, it could be YouTube, you could be Mixer, anywhere. Mm-hmm. Like, it's bound to happen and it's tough. And I just wish more people bit their tongues instead of trying to bring people down. And I don't know, lift people up or bite your tongue. That's kind of how I feel. There's no reason to bring people down for no reason because you don't know what anybody's going through.
Why do you think you were that different child back then? Tatted up, piercings, like what got you into that phase?
I don't know. I mean, I definitely had a rough time growing up. I didn't know my dad. My mom and dad were divorced. It was just me, my mom, and my sister growing up. And it was, it was great, but it was really hard. My sister and I were very close in age. So it was a lot of fighting in high school, a lot of stealing boyfriends and stuff. But just because we were so close in age, we're 14 months apart. So in high school, that's bound to happen. I didn't really get along with my mom too well growing up, not in high school, not in college. I always just kind of felt like I was an outcast. And the only, a lot of the time in high school, middle school, college, the only person that stood by my side and told me I was going to be successful or even had faith in me when everybody thought I was going to fail was my grandpa. He did everything for me. He helped me through school. He helped me. He was there to believe in me. And I spoke to him the other day. He actually, I called him to tell him that I love him after my stepdad passed away 2 weeks ago. And I called my grandparents to tell them that I loved them. And he went into this conversation and he basically said, I love you so much and I'm really proud of you. And you've come so far. And he was like, everybody thought you were going to fail at some point in time. And here you are shoving it in everybody's throats. And like, you're doing better than anybody in the family. And it meant so much to me, especially coming from him, because he's done so much for me in my whole life, positivity, schoolwork. And yeah, he's like been my rock. And to hear that from him and to hear him, say you're doing so well and you're so successful, it meant the whole world to me. So yeah, I think like everything I've worked for was worth it when I heard my grandpa say that to me. So
Why is the relationship with you and your grandfather so strong?
I think because I grew up without a father, and my mother and I did not get along growing up. I mean, it was bad. It was, running away, getting kicked out of the house. Um, I was in college and my mom almost died, and nobody in my family told me. So it was very hard. I always felt left out, and like nobody wanted to ever say anything to me, or like, why won't you tell me? Like, if something would have happened to my mom, and if my mom would have died and I was in college and nobody told me, I wouldn't have been there. I wouldn't have been there by her side. And it would have been, oh, because you're in school type of thing. And it always just felt like bullshit. It always just kind of felt like the family didn't want me around or whatever. And it sucks, but it's totally opposite now. I mean, my mom and my sister are my biggest supporters. When I started this, my sister made t-shirts, TakeDownTV t-shirts. I mean, I like have them with like an old logo. My sister came up and made me a tank top and a t-shirt and a sweatshirt, and they were so supportive. And my mom, she's been so supportive of me. She texted me. She even texted me before this interview, and she was like, go get him a superstar. Like, you're amazing. And the relationship's definitely changed from my mom. But I mean, growing up, I can't, make it sound like all rainbows and butterflies. It was a lot of terrible mental health. It was a lot of bad thoughts, and just trying to like get through and survive day by day. And I feel like there's a lot that I survived, but everything that I did was for a reason. And that's why I'm as strong as I am today. And I am super emotional and I am super open, but I do feel because I am that way and I'm so open because I was so shut out growing up. I was so closed out. I never knew anything that was important. I never was, in family events, or even as much as like my mom almost passing away, I wasn't told. And I think that really fucked with me like bad. So yeah.
How'd your mom almost pass away?
She was really sick. I literally don't even really know what happens because nobody ever told me. There was a stomach issue. She was in the ICU for a while, and then she actually almost passed away a couple years ago. Her liver failed from alcoholism. So that sucked too. And we were by her bedside and we were told she wasn't going to make it. And it was like a wild ride. And I was here for that one. And I was living here and I was with my sister. And I remember it was over Christmas because my sister and my mom was in the hospital and we couldn't do anything. And my sister and her boyfriend and me and like my boyfriend at the time, we all got together and we just had a Christmas at my mom's house, but like without my mom. And it was just, is she going to make it? Is whatever. And it was a lot. It was a lot of emotions. And so she's been sick a couple times, but she's good now. She's doing great. She's amazing. She doesn't drink anymore. She hasn't touched anything. She doesn't want to. And she's an inspiration to me because for her to be able to do that after so long and do it for, us or, whatever the reason was, it shows how strong she was after all those years, and to be able to conquer it, even if sometimes your hand gets forced a little bit, she doesn't make her any less stronger of what she's going through.
So you mentioned that the relationship between you two wasn't all that great in the beginning, and now it's just amazing.
Yeah.
Why the change? What was the turn point of that?
I do think that when I was younger and my mom was drinking a lot, I was not the one to shut my mouth. I don't like this. I don't like the way you act. You're embarrassing me or whatever. And it was all the time. And it was out of worry. It wasn't like, oh, like in a mean way. It was just like, you're worried about your mom and you want to say something. And she didn't like when things were said to her. My sister always stayed very quiet and never said anything, just because she didn't want to get mixed in on it and she didn't want to start stuff. But I was always very vocal about it. And I think that my mom didn't like it or take it the right way at the time because, your mind's altered and things are different and you see things a different way. And I think me being vocal in the way that I am and the way that I speak reminds her a little bit of my father. And I don't know if that could be a little bit of the reason of why, I'm different, because she didn't like him. And I am a little bit like him with the sassiness. I guess that's the Hispanic in me. So,
Hey.
I don't know.
So why didn't your father stick around?
My mom's side, my family actually pushed him out and told him that he was not allowed to contact me or my sister till we turned 18 years old. So even if he wanted to reach out and speak to us and talk to us, he wasn't allowed.
What caused that situation to happen?
I guess there was bad blood, and I have no idea. I guess they just didn't want him around, and they were told him, okay, well, you don't have to pay child support, or you don't have to do anything, just sign this and you can't speak to them again. And that's not necessarily like what he wanted to do, but it was something that he didn't really feel like he had a choice. And he did write me letters. And as soon as I turned 18, he reached out to me, and I met my half brother and my half sister. I have all these siblings that I didn't know about, and nieces and nephews. And because I came from a small family, it was me, my mom, my sister, my uncle, and my grandparents. And that's it. I didn't know my dad's side. I didn't know anybody else. I didn't know my half brothers and sisters. And then I was 23, 24, I think, when I first met my dad. And now I've met all my half brothers and sisters, and I speak to my dad on the regular. And, we have a great relationship. And he'll come visit, my half brothers and sisters, and we'll all go meet up, in Central Florida and hang out and just do big family get togethers. And it's something to get used to because I'm so used to such a small family. And now I have all this other family that's coming out of the woodwork and I'm getting to meet everybody. And it's definitely a wild experience.
So you said you were 23 when you started the relationship with your dad?
Yeah, he started reaching out to me when I was 18. But at that time, my mom was making him out to look like a bad person and, don't reach out to him, don't talk to him, whatever. And then time moved on, and it got to the point where they were doing a lot of messages for me, and they were sending me stuff, and my half brother and sister were reaching out to me, and I knew that my dad cared, and I knew he meant it. And that's when I knew, like, okay, this is time to, like, reach out to him, meet him, and all this stuff. And I'm so glad I did. It was the best thing that I've ever done, to be able to rekindle that relationship. Like, my sister doesn't feel the same way. I don't think my sister will ever speak to my father. But for me, I can't hold a grudge like that, especially with him trying to reach out. I do know he cares. And it's something I wondered about my whole life. I don't know my dad. Is he like me? Why am I the way that I am? Why am I so loud? Whatever it is. I try to figure things out. And I'm like, I'm nothing like my mom. And then I met my dad and I was like, oh my gosh, we're the same person. So it was really cool to, like, meet him and kind of see where I get a lot of my personality from.
How come your sister has a hard time forgiving him?
I think because my sister was so close with my mom growing up. Like I said, they were inseparable. They were very good. She was, I don't want to say the favorite, but, like, everybody knows there's a favorite child in the family. Yeah. It was not me. So it was definitely her. But I think that that's why that relationship is so much closer, because they went through so much more. My sister was there when she went through the surgery and when she was sick and, all that stuff. So, I do feel like they have a closer relationship because I did spend a lot of my time gone. I was in college and whatever, and I've been moved out for a long time, and whether just working jobs and stuff, it's definitely a different relationship between my sister and my mom and me and my mom. But everything's great now. I mean, I was literally there last night cooking burgers and hot dogs and hanging out by the pool and playing Animal Crossing. So we still talk all the time. We go over there and hang out, and yeah.
Do you regret not that lost time with your father?
I do, but I don't, because I do feel everything happens for a reason. That's a big thing I say all the time, is that everything happens for a reason. And I do feel that him not being around kind of molded who I am. And it's made me the person that I am. And it's made me a lot stronger. And I don't know. I think everything molds you, every aspect of life, even the bad stuff. And I would never go back and take back anything bad that happened to me. I've gone through so much. And I still wouldn't take any of it back, because I wouldn't be who I am right now if those events didn't take place or those events didn't happen or whatever it may be. Like, it molded who I am.
Mm-hmm. What do you think started that character within you to, like, see the glass half full instead of half empty?
I just think experience over time. Like, going through life. I mean, I was a little shit when I was in high school. I won't lie to you. I wasn't a good kid. I was yelling, screaming, throwing stuff, running away, sneaking out of the house, partying with Metro Station and All Time Low in a parking lot while my mom thinks I'm, like, out for a walk in my neighborhood. Like, I mean, like, crazy stuff like that. Like, I wasn't a good kid. And I get that, but I feel like a lot of the reason why I wasn't a good kid is because what I went through with my mom, my family, not having my dad around, on top of what was going on at school. So I didn't feel like I had anybody at school, and I didn't feel like I had anybody at home. So I think I did a lot of acting out, and I just had a lot of anger bottled up inside. that I just kind of let it get the best of me when I was younger. And I've kind of learned how to control that and change. And like, even since streaming, my personality from 2 years ago when I started till right now, you can ask any of my mods that have been around for a long time, is a complete 180. How I handle situations, how I handle personal situations, how I handle things going on in my life. It's definitely, I've changed a lot. And I don't personally see it, but I've had a lot of people approach me and tell me that they've personally seen it and how proud of me that they are, like to see it only grow. It didn't get worse. It didn't affect me anything better. It's just helped me mold my character, even to this day. Like, I'm going to be 29 in a month from today, and I'm still trying to figure out who I am, what I'm going to do, where I'm meant to be. It's a lot. It's a lot to find out, especially like being in this, like, so new. I'm only been doing this for 2 years. Is it going to last forever? Is it going to last a year? Is it going to last 2 more months? Like, even if it ends tomorrow, I've done everything I've wanted to do. We've raised, probably about $20,000 for charities now. My grandpa told me he was proud of me and that he loved me. And there's so many good things that have come out of streaming. If it ended tomorrow, I would say, okay, my job is done here. I've already put more into my life than I ever had the opportunity to do so. Mm-hmm. So if it ended tomorrow, I would be 100% okay with it, because I feel that I've made an impact more than I ever could have before this.
Can I ask you something?
Mm-hmm.
Are you proud of you?
Absolutely. I am proud of me.
Why?
I have a platform to be able to do something.
Okay. And
I've been raising money for a long time for charities, but I didn't have a platform to do so. So I'm raising like maybe $20 here on my birthday from, a friend, or, $50 here from my grandpa. And I tried to be vocal and have a platform, and I never did, and I couldn't speak up. And now I have a platform where people want to listen to me and they want to be there for me and they want to help. And even if it's just making the littlest impact, I think it's worth it, even if it's the smallest thing. And I mean, last year we raised $10,000 for cancer. I've never been more proud of my life. Like, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That could change somebody's life. And we raised $10,000, and I was just a brand new partner. I was a baby. I had been partnered for a month, and me and 2 of my other mods did a charity stream and raised so much money. And it was just so shocking to see, okay, well, I'm still small. I still have a small community, and nobody really knows who I am yet, but we can do this, and we can show up and do this. And there's just so many things I'm proud of. I got 2 sponsorships, and I just hit 16,000 followers. I had a sponsorship sent to me when I had 10,000 followers. I mean, it was crazy, and it was shocking. Like, why me over somebody that has 100,000 followers? Why are you picking the girl with 10,000 followers to sponsor? You have never sponsored any streamer before. Why me? Why are you picking me? And I was proud of that. I was so proud that they picked me over all of these other big name streamers and whatever. And when I approached them, and Jerky XP, there they are. Hi, Anthony. That's who I'm talking about right now. They've been so good to me. And Anthony approached me and asked me, if he wanted to sponsor me and whatever. And I was so proud, because it was the first company I ever wanted to work with when I started streaming. I didn't care if it was an affiliate ship or whatever. And I wanted it. And when he asked me that, I literally cried like a baby. I'm sure he remembers. And he was just like, we back you up, and we're proud of you, and we've seen your sales, and you just kick ass. Like, we want you. And, that was something I'm super, super proud of, because it was something that I really wanted. And for me to basically just get it was the best thing in the world. Like, I pushed their product hard, and I was working with them for only 2 months before they reached out for the sponsorship for me. And it just shows, like, if you really put hard work and passion into it, and it's not just a cash grab, and you're doing it because you're passionate about the product and you love it, people see that. People see, like, oh, this person really enjoys this. I want to try it too, or I want to be a part of this. Or you could see the people that are just selling it because they're looking for a paycheck and they want money. But what people don't realize is, over time, you can tell who's doing it for a cash grab and who's being completely genuine about what they're trying to do. You're not trying to push it down people's throat. You're literally just enjoying it. Like, this is all my jerky behind me because I literally sit here and eat it on stream all the time. Like, so I pull it out and I'm just nomming, and everybody's like, oh my gosh, what are you eating? Let me go to the website and get some, because I just genuinely enjoy it. And I nom on stream and I hang out, and like it was amazing. And that's like probably my biggest accomplishment from streaming so far, was getting that sponsorship and getting it so early in my career. Like, that's the one thing that I can definitely say I did that on my own, and I'm really proud of that.
Congratulations.
Oh, you want to see my jerky tattoo? Yeah, okay.
You got a jerky tattoo?
Yeah, I got a jerky XP tattoo after they sponsored me.
Wow, that's love right there.
Yeah.
What about the other tattoo you got on your right arm?
So this is my Dr. Seuss.
Okay.
I have Fox and Socks, Truffula Trees, Cat in the Hat, Lorax.
So what's up with Dr. Seuss? Why Dr. Seuss?
I loved reading the books when I was a kid. The Sneetches is my favorite. If you see the poster back there,
yeah,
that's my favorite book in the whole world, and I love it. But I just grew up and I loved the values behind the books. They were great stories, but it was a simple. They were always simple messages that were like, be kind to others and stuff like that. And, you know, everybody's the same, and I think that's why the Sneetches story always resonated with me so much, and why I loved it so much, because it was fighting the star belly Sneetches don't like the plain belly Sneetches, and then they're all trying to switch so they could be like each other or be better. And then in the end, nobody knows who was who. And then they all go back to loving each other and partying. And like, I just loved the way the stories were and how it was. And I just remember reading them growing up, and I don't know, I just loved it. And I just wanted to be fun and colorful and keep me young forever, and something that can always remind me of myself and where I came from, kind of.
That's interesting. I read I kind of stayed away from Dr. Seuss because I thought it was don't attack me just yet, okay? There's a good ending, I promise. There's a good
look right now.
Yeah, don't attack me yet. But I stayed away from Dr. Seuss because I thought it was like, it's just another kid's book, whatever. But I remember 2 years ago I read that book to my nephew for like a bedtime story, and I was reading Green Eggs and Ham. It was my first time reading the book, and then I was reading it to him. So it was a good moment. Anyway, so I learned, I read the book, and I quickly noticed at the end where they finally ate the green eggs and ham, and it wasn't that bad. I'm like, yo, that's some real shit. Like, things aren't, it's like this whole comfort zone type thing you're talking about. It's like the whole time they're like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. And then all of a sudden it's like, you know what? I'm going to go out of my comfort zone and just take a leap of faith and try something new. And then they try and they're like, wow, this stuff ain't that half bad. So like that's what I learned. I love, and then after that I learned about Dr. Seuss. Like, yo, he's badass. And how you're saying about all these life lessons, I'm like, damn, he changed your life. Imagine how many more lives he changed.
Exactly. I know it's a kid's book, but it's weird. But I mean, it's something that kind of helped shape me today, and like learn lessons that, you know, I might not have known about when I was younger and stuff.
So why Rick and Morty?
I just love it. I love Rick and Morty. It's a great show. I got it all over my desk and stuff. We just got rid of the green screen, so we're working on it. We're trying to make it look nice, but it's a work in progress.
What do you mean, like putting all the decorations in the back and stuff?
Yeah, hanging shelves and all that good stuff. It's just kind of thrown together right now for the time being.
That's crazy. I love it though. And I love how you did in the background right there. Gold Lion and TTV.
Gold Lion and TTV. We made something special for you today.
Not for me, for you. What you mean? It's all about you.
You're right. It's for us though. It's okay.
I guess. Whatever. I guess. So you left school. So say you graduated, you started the whole, so now you got a good relationship with your parents and everything. So tell us about some events from, I guess, graduation till now.
Geez, a lot has happened. So I graduated college and I moved back down to South Florida.
Real quick.
Opened up a restaurant. Yes.
Real quick. Well, graduated college what though?
For hospitality and tourism management up in Orlando.
Okay, congrats.
So it was like the theme park, you know, place of the world. I worked at a lot of 5-star, you know, hotels, and I got things going there. And then my best friend contacted me and said, hey, listen, I'm opening up a restaurant. You know, you just got a degree. Come on down. Like, let's open up this place together. And it sounded dope. I mean, burgers, beer, and just tattooed chicks in short shorts. I mean, you couldn't go wrong. It was dope.
That's great.
And I loved working there. It was one of the best jobs ever. I was a manager on top of a waitress. I was making very good money. I got to wear whatever I wanted. I could wear shorts and a t-shirt and have my tattoos showing. I would have my little PBR wristband and like a beer thing in it. And it was one of the best jobs ever. And I loved it. And I was so passionate about it. And one day, I think I was like, my best friend had promised me a general manager position, which is why I had moved down here.
Mm-hmm.
And the time was to give the position away, and they gave it away to somebody else. After I moved 3 hours away from where I was living, ended my lease to come open this restaurant because I was promised something that was given to somebody else. And it broke my heart. It was so upsetting because this person was my best friend. I was doing everything for him. I was busting ass. When the restaurant opened, I was the only waitress working 14 hours a day by myself, an entire restaurant, 7 days a week. And that was for about a month. I literally worked a month straight, 14-hour days, and I was the only server working. It was so hard. It was so terrible. It was worth it in the end, but I did all that for him to basically turn around and stab me in the back. And it sucked. And I quit. And I quit after that, and I just didn't want to deal with it. And they were so upset that I quit that, he was very vindictive and was trying to spread rumors about me and saying I was a nasty person and da-da-da, just because he was upset that I quit and I wanted to go elsewhere because I was upset about that. And I think that really hurt, and it sucked because I was like, you should understand why I'm leaving. We've been best friends for a long time. So why throw away the restaurant, like our relationship and our friendship away over this, restaurant that you ended up screwing me over anyways?
Yeah.
So like I've lost a lot of friends, either just from stuff like that or from death, unfortunately. My best friend Dylan at the time, he passed away from a car wreck. That was really hard on me because he had been in South Florida like 2 weeks prior to his passing. And he had messaged me and asked me to hang out, and I was working, so I couldn't. And he was like, oh, next time, don't worry, I'll see you. Don't worry about it. And then 2 weeks later, I got the phone call that he was killed, and it sucked. And then a year later, our good friend passed away from cancer. And it was just like one thing after the next of bad things going on. I lost my job and my best friend, and then, two of my friends passed away close together. Every job I went to, I was such a good employee that they took advantage of me, and I would always get screwed over, and it was getting really hard to continue doing what I was doing because of the way I was treated. I would go in and I would work hard, and then I would get taken for granted every single time at every job, which is why eventually in the end, the last job I was working, I started to cut down my hours. I said, let me just try to stream, and I'll only work in the mornings. And then one day it got so bad, I said, I can't do this. I said, I think I'm just going to take the jump. I texted my roommate. I said, can I quit my job? I said, do we have enough money right now where I could do this? I said, I'm not mentally stable. I don't feel okay. And I don't think I could push through it anymore. And he said, yeah, go ahead. You can quit. And I did. And somehow it ended up working out. And now we're here. I mean, it's been about a year, a year-ish of being full-time, I want to say.
Congrats on that.
It's wild, and I can't believe it worked out, but I feel like it was a lot of hard stuff, like on the way to that. And like that's why this is such a blessing, and I'll never take it for granted, what I do. I'll never take my community, my family, or anything from the stream for granted, because this is a blessing to wake up every single day and have people in your corner and by your side and supporting you and just being your friends. I mean, these people, my stepdad died, and we would sit in the Discord together. We still do every night. We sit in Discord chatting together, whoever wants to jump in, and we just talk. We have drinks together. We play Animal Crossing. We play Uno. We just yell at each other for no reason. But they're there to pick me up in like this hard time where I don't know how to handle it and I don't know how I feel. And I'm really angry one day and then I'm really sad the next day. And I mean, in the past couple of weeks, you could see the emotion on my stream. You can see the pain. You could hear it in my voice. You could see that I'm a lot angrier than I normally was prior, and I'm snapping on people quicker. And they sit there and they tell me it's okay. It's a part of the process. You're allowed to be angry. It's okay to feel this way. And like, they're literally keeping me so strong. I don't know like where I would be without them. They're right by my side through every single thing. My grandma was in the hospital getting an open heart surgery yesterday. and my friends are like, holy shit, can you get a break? They were like, it's one thing after the next. They're like, you literally don't get a break to breathe. No matter what's going on, you're getting your ass kicked. And I don't know how you're doing it. And I'm like, I do it for you guys. And I got a text message the other day. I'm going to read it because it made me emotional. I'm going to try not to cry when I read it. It's like why I do what I do. And this is a friend that I've known since I started streaming. And he's been around the whole time. And he sent me a message and he said, I just want to let you know that my depression and anxiety have gotten too high or too bad in a while. I got a bit nervous and anxious when businesses started closing because of the corona, and my fiance had her hours cut by the hospital she works at. But her and I have both watched your streams, and I'm really sorry. We laughed our drunk asses off at you while you get that scare notification. I just want to let you know that you're bringing joy not only to my life, but also the person that I'm going to cook for the rest of my life. She works a lot, and when I get to see her get as much joy out of watching your streams as I do, I feel different. I love her more, and I love what you're doing with your life. And that brings smiles to literally everybody watching your stream. Keep up the good shit, queen. And like that, just like it broke me. And that was from Cody. And he sent that to me. And I know he's been going through a hard time. He's a retired vet. And he's been struggling so much. And to get that message from him and for him to include his wife and say they sit there together and they watch me and I make their day and I cheer them up and I've helped pull them out of a dark place. I mean, I could be in the darkest place and I still go live, and that's why. But my emotions come out very raw on my channel because if I get on and I'm not happy or I'm sad or I'm upset, my community can see it. I'm very transparent. I've cried a lot on stream. I've yelled a lot on stream. But I still do it to cheer them up, and they get that. Like if I get on and I'm in a bad mood and I'm bitching and I'm yelling, they know. And they're still there for me. And they're like, what's going on today? Are you okay? They're in my whispers. They're checking on me. They want to talk to me. And like, it's why I do it. Even in my darkest days, like I still take days off because mental health is so important. And okay, Andy, I yell a lot. Mental health is just very important. Days off are too. And I try to rest and I try to make sure my mods are happy, healthy, and rested. I tell them all the time I need happy, healthy, rested mods. And it's really important to take days off. But even sometimes when I'm struggling, the best thing to help me out of it is streaming. It's my community, and I could be so sad and upset, and it's wild, and they stick by me, and it's crazy that I could literally come on stream and like yell at my mods because I'm just angry for nothing, and they're like, all right, Tay, it's fine, and then like we just move on. Like they're supportive of me no matter what, and they know that I'm transparent as I can be. Like every single time I go live, you see every single emotion on my face. And I can't help it. I can't hide it. If I'm upset, you're going to know. Resting bitch face is going to be there. But when I'm happy, my cheeks are going to hurt from smiling. So I'm all over the place.
Do you feel that you deserve such support?
They're going to kill me for this. I say it all the time. I don't deserve them. And I'm going to get shit for it because I always do. I don't feel I deserve them. I feel like a lot of these people are way too good for me. I feel like they've been there literally through everything, up, down. They are my rock. Like I've never had this many people in my life care about me and be there in every aspect. They're there when I go live. They're there when I'm streaming. My mods are like letting me call them when I'm crying because something happened or, whatever it may be, they're there at every second of the day, no matter what time, no matter what time zone. They're around for me, and it's new to me, and I feel that's why I feel the way that I do, that I don't deserve them because I'm not used to it. I'm not used to having that kind of support system. It's the strongest support system I've ever had in my whole life has been my community. Yeah. They make me really emotional. They make me cry a lot. Get used to it. Okay, guys.
Why do you feel this way, though?
I don't know. I just feel like when I grew up, I didn't have a lot of support. And I kind of did everything on my own. And it was tough. And that's why I feel like sometimes I don't deserve what I have, just because of, not that I don't deserve it, because I know I deserve them and they mean the whole world to me. But I think it's the way that I grew up is why I feel that way. is that I never had the support. So for me to have all this support, it's wild. I'm not used to it. Sometimes I back up and I push myself away because I'm not used to having so many people be there for me and love me and be by my side all the time. Sometimes I hermit up and I'm like, holy shit, these people are going to leave me soon because I'm crazy. And, you know, they're going to turn around and they're going to leave me. And that I start to push, you know, myself away because I get scared. But they always yell at me for that. And they're like, we're not going anywhere. F you. But they love me for who I am. They love me for being loud and yelling and honest and open. And I love them for that a lot.
Give me a second. I'm trying to have a question, but it's like I have to think it of in my head how to say it. In the meantime, you know, the chat, you guys are amazing. I see y'all in there giving her such praise. Taylor, you deserve all this shit.
I appreciate that.
No, I mean, like, honestly, you deserve all this. Like, look at the chat.
Yeah.
Look at everything you went through.
Like, so much of my community is here right now. It's crazy.
Why is it crazy? It's not crazy. It's not. You deserve all this.
I feel I have one of the strongest communities on Mixer, and I can say that confidently. I know that I have one of the strongest communities. The support that they show me. I mean, look at how many people are here right now, like in the chat, just for this. You know, how many people came out for the charity stream, and just everything. Like, it's so wild. Like, I'm so supportive. I have one of the busiest Discords, you know, on the thing. I'm not a Discord partner or anything, but if you go on my Discord, you have to mute it because it's constant. There's a message every 5 minutes. We don't shut up. We're talking to each other 24/7. And the only time it's quiet is when we're all running our mouths in voice chat. And that's the only time the Discord's quiet. That's because we're all actually talking. And we just spend a lot of time together, and it's such a beautiful thing. I just like, I'm so lucky. And I say it every single day, and I cry to them all the time, and I tell them this all the time. I'm sure they're sick of hearing it. Literally, I'll end my stream and type in the Discord, I love you guys, because it's the only thing I can think of is how lucky I am to have them and everybody that's there. I mean, even my sponsors in here. I mean, that's amazing. Like, my sponsor showed up to come watch this. That makes me feel so good.
And guess why they're all here?
Because of me.
And what do you think about? And what do you think about you?
I'm very hard on myself. I'm always hard on myself. I've always been hard on myself. I think I'm always gonna be a little, I don't know, not happy with who I am. I am loud. I am very blunt, and a lot of people take it the wrong way. And I do sometimes wish I could change it, but I know deep down, like, it's who I am and I need to embrace it. And if people like me for who I am, then that's all that matters to me. So, like, we're constantly growing. The community's constantly getting bigger. I mean, like, every week there's new people that are regulars to the channel and just joining us. And it's crazy. We basically went from rocking like 50 viewers to 300 plus, like, after PAX South. I mean, it was a really big change. It was a lot to get used to. And I was kind of like, where is this all coming from? What did I do? Did I do something? Like, do I smell bad and people are just following me because they feel bad for me? Like, it was crazy. Like, it was out of nowhere.
Oh shit. Oh my god. So this is what I'm noticing. Here, let me drink my water real quick. That was funny. Taylor, you're fucking awesome, Taylor.
Oh, I tried.
See what you're doing? Okay, so you're solidifying what I'm about to say. What I'm noticing is that when I ask questions about you, you're like, yeah, but you know, my community. Oh, but what about you? Yeah, but my community. But this is the thing. Do you love yourself?
I do.
Why?
Because I'm changing every day. Like, I do deflect from myself all the time. It's my thing. I always deflect from myself. I don't like talking about myself. It's weird for me because I've always been so down on myself. But the one thing that I think is I've definitely, like, I'm loving myself more now than I ever did before. I'm becoming comfortable with myself, with my body, with my personality. I was always not as comfortable with my personality. I lost a lot of friends back in the day because they couldn't handle it, or I was too much, or me trying to talk to people and be passionate comes off the wrong way. So they take it the wrong way when it's really, it's just passion. But people don't get that unless they really know me a lot. And I don't know, like I wouldn't be who I am today and the better person. It's been 2 years and I'm definitely better than I was 2 years ago. It wouldn't be for my community that I'm like this. So that's why I feel that I put so much into them, because they've helped me change. They've helped me grow. I mean, they like literally talk to me about stuff. Sometimes like come up and they'll be like, hey, listen, like I've noticed this about you. Why don't we try to do this? Or, whatever. Like they've helped me grow and they've helped me change and they've helped me see the good parts of me that I can't necessarily see all the time, because I have such a hard time beating myself up that they sometimes grab my hand and say, listen, you're doing amazing. This is what you've changed. And you're just, and they're there to walk me through it and help me see things that sometimes I have a harder time seeing for myself, which is why I feel I give them so much more credit, because sometimes I can't see those things, or I can't see. Like I was going through a really bad situation like a week or two ago. And, Andy, who's been my best friend for 2 years, he was like, the way you're handling this is so much better than you handled this same situation a year ago. He was like, you're so different. And it's something that I probably wouldn't have been able to see if he didn't bring it up to me and mention it to me.
So you're mentioning what your community has given you. What is it that you think you've given to your community that keeps them coming back?
I think I give them a place where they feel they can be themselves and they can be open and they can talk about whatever. I have an open DM policy. I mean, my Discord's constantly open. I'm constantly on it. I'm there to answer messages and talk to people and always be there for them as much as I possibly can be. And I try to include them in everything. And my big thing is like, I see a lot of people do giveaways and stuff. Like, and I don't know if it's to get numbers or whatever. If I do a giveaway, you're not going to see it on Twitter. It's not going to be in my title, because it's for my community. It's not for other people or to bring somebody in. Oh, I'm going to follow for this giveaway. It's because I want to give back to the people that have done so much for me. I want to say, hey, listen, I have some bags of jerky XP that we're going to give away. All of my mods are entered this month because they've done so well. Like, I want them to feel like that they're loved, that they're cared about, that if they are upset, that they can reach out to me and tell me how upset they are. I just want them to be able to be themselves. And I've had so many people tell me that they can come into my stream and feel comfortable speaking. I have a lot of people that have said, oh, I'm a lurker in most channels. I don't talk, I'm shy, but you make me feel that I can open up. And that means the world to me, that people feel comfortable typing in my chat and talking to me or reaching out to me in DMs. Like, I know I'm doing something right if you guys, feel comfortable coming to me about, people come to me about deep personal things, and it means so much that you guys trust me and you put that trust in me and that you guys want to hear what I have to say and talk to me about everything.
It's interesting how things have a full circle. Is where when you were young, you didn't have necessarily the right people to help you out.
Yeah.
And you lived through it. And then now you understand it. And then now here you are. You have all these people in your lives. And you're being that person that you never had for them. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel amazing. Like, even like Twist just said in the chat, he's only reached out to one person and it was me. And like, that means so much to me that I made you comfortable enough to be able to do that. Like, you met me at PAX South and you literally physically saw that I'm a crazy person. And you're still like, okay, Tay, I want to talk. Like, let's talk this out. Like, y'all met me in person. A lot of these people have met me. They know I'm just as wild on the internet and in person. Like, I'm the same person. Like, online and offline, it's no different. I'm
That's
the
good.
exact same. Like, I'm loud, I'm obnoxious. I call myself a chihuahua because I'm like small, scared, timid, and anxious, but I'm loud and I'm gonna like have a bark but no bite. So, I'm pretty much a teddy bear, but I don't seem like it.
Well, Taylor, you did an amazing job. I can see the chat like out here just showing a bunch of love. Like y'all are some next level shit. Like y'all are by far the best chat I've had in this podcast. Like I'm actually very entertained by what y'all are saying in here, and it's coming back to like, wow, Taylor, you created this.
Yeah.
And you don't really give yourself much credit, but like it's in your soul that you're such a giving person. And it's hard for you to take credit because I could relate. And it's something I had to teach myself. And
I'm working on it.
Yeah,
it's definitely something I'm working on.
Yeah, it's definitely a work in progress. And it's hard you find it hard to say no sometimes?
Yeah. My big heart has gotten me into a lot of trouble. My trusting has gotten me into a lot of trouble. I give people second chances, third chances. Even if they're going to stab me in the back and burn me again, and everybody else could say, hey, Taylor, you're an idiot, don't do it. I'm still sitting there like, no, they deserve another chance until they prove me wrong. And then usually I get stabbed in the back again, which is fine. I learn my lesson and we move on. It happens, but it sucks and it doesn't get easier. And I just can't change it. It's who I am. I'm just such a big heart and I'm so open, and I just don't think I could ever be anything other than that.
I feel like the next lesson I suggest you learn is learn to say no sometimes.
Yeah,
because that shit's got me. That shit's got me into some stuff too. And it's as much as hard. Trust me, it's hard. It's something definitely I would suggest you learn. Your care even for strangers. That stream where you ran off. Stream. What's that about? What is he talking about?
So I was live one day, and my upstairs neighbors, they were fighting, and the guy was beating the shit out of the girl. And I've been in a couple abusive relationships. I've had my jaw dislocated, a lot of bad stuff. I've been through a lot of bad things with relationships, and I've been beat to hell and whatever. And I heard it, and I couldn't sit there and do nothing. And I couldn't stand by and just let her get beat, because when I got my jaw dislocated and I got beat, I called my best friend because I needed a place to go. And she said, oh, my mom won't let you, and hung up on me. Which if she told her mom what was happening at that time, I was very close with her family, they would have let me over. She just didn't want to deal with it. And I ran outside. I literally left the stream on, camera on, mic on, whatever. I just ran out. I left. I ran and I got the security, and we had to deal with it and send them up there. And like I was gone for like 10, 15 minutes, and everybody was so worried about me barefoot. Yeah, I was barefoot running down my neighborhood. And like I came back and everybody was just like, wow, you like didn't have to do that and all this stuff. And like they were just so shocked that I stopped what I was doing midstream to go help somebody that I didn't even know. Even though it could have been a dangerous situation that I was putting myself in, it was something that I wanted to help with, because when I was in that situation, I didn't have help. So I wanted to, who knows if that person upstairs was going to get help or not. And, if it wasn't for me, maybe things could have been worse. So that's what she's talking about.
Wow. Explain the abusive relationships you had.
There was a couple, and it's a shame because, and they say this, that usually somebody that goes through a traumatic relationship or experience ends up going through it more times because they're more vulnerable from their experiences. So when I was younger, I was dating a guy who was abusive and a cheater, and he was just like known for it. Nobody believed me when I brought up that he had beat me and dislocated my jaw, except for his best friend was the only one that believed me. Until 4 years later, when he got arrested for beating the shit out of his wife, everybody was contacting me. Oh my God, Taylor, you were right. You weren't lying. We thought you were making it up this whole time. And it was like, yeah, because every time I've ever spoken up and spoken my mind, and this is a recent one, me and a couple friends were dealing with sexual harassment on Mixer. Somebody that was, sexually harassing multiple females, multiple of my friends. I was very vocal about it on Twitter. I didn't drag any names through the mud. I didn't do any screenshots. I was just making a tweet to vocalize, like, this is something that needs to be discussed. And if people don't talk about it and they keep sitting there and letting it happen, it's going to continue to happen. This guy has done this to 5 or 6 girls that I know, other partner streamers, And it was to the point where I went to PAX and I found out about more of it. And I was like, I'm not keeping my mouth shut anymore. I cannot shut up about this. I don't care if it hurts me, whatever. And I've had other people, other partners tell me, oh, you're doing it for drama. You just want attention. You just want likes on a tweet or whatever. But it's like all these other girls felt comfortable to coming to me and telling me what they went through, but they're not comfortable being vocalized or whatever. So if I could be a voice for all of them who don't have a voice, so be it. Even if it's going to risk my career or risk what other partners are saying, like, I don't care. You could say I'm doing it for drama all fucking day, but I'll tell you right now, those girls were in my DMs thanking me for what I did and for trying to speak up about it. And that's all that matters to me, is what they think, and that I was there for them and that I could be a voice that they didn't feel that they had.
Damn.
And that's why I speak up about that, because like I've been through it and I've been called a liar before. And that's why I feel like, yeah, it sucks, but I did it for so many years before with my first abusive relationship, being told I was a liar, that what else can it hurt now? You could tell me I'm a liar and I might not be lying. You know what I mean? Like I'm not. I'm just trying to be vocal and say stuff. And people take it the wrong way, or it's for attention, or it's for drama, or whatever. It's a taboo section, like thing to say. People don't want to they don't want to go into it, and they don't want the attention from it. Or like a lot of my DMs were, oh, you're not blasting the person's name, so you're a fraud, you're a piece of shit. Like I was getting death threats in my message from this, like from just trying to be vocal. And it's like, this isn't a witch hunt. It's not, okay, this is the person's name, everybody go attack him and follow him. Mob mentality is disgusting, and people need to stop doing it. I see a lot of it in the streaming world, and I don't think it's okay. I think that even if somebody's done something wrong, they don't deserve to be treated either the same or worse. Mm-hmm. So I didn't blast that name because it's not about blasting the name and attacking one person. There's more than one sexual harasser on Mixer. You know what I mean? It's not just one guy. It's going to happen, and it's going to be a lot. So instead of bringing up somebody's name and shaming them and doing mob mentality, let's start a conversation. Let's get people talking about it. So maybe if enough people are talking about it, it won't happen so much, because people are scared because the women are talking about it and talking about their experiences and what's happened. Like, it's about the conversation. It's not about grabbing your pitchfork and attacking the sexual harasser. That's not what it's about. It's just about opening up that conversation and opening up those words for other people, and making other people feel comfortable to be able to speak out if they didn't before.
What compels you to be that voice?
I didn't have, like I said, I went through a lot of this, and I didn't have a voice. Even my best friends, when I was getting my ass kicked, were like, you know, we don't believe you, or it's not a big deal, or whatever, and pushed it aside so much. And I don't want other people to feel like their problems are being pushed aside. So if I can help them feel like what they're going through matters, I might be able to help them or save them. Like, I mean, after I went through the first time, I was in a really dark time. I didn't think I was going to make it out. I was suicidal, and things weren't good. And it's because I just didn't have anybody. So I feel that it's very important to me, no matter what it does to me, negative, positive, whatever, it's for others. It's to help others, to make them feel comfortable. I had women reaching out to me, you know, I'm going to speak out now because I saw what you did, and that was really cool. And that was a huge thing for me, was other women messaging me and telling me that I inspired them to speak out, or I made them feel comfortable to be able to even tell a family member about something that happened to them. They were like, I have never been able to open up about this, but now I called my mom and I told my mom about this. And that is wild, that I could help people open up about things that they've never been able to open up about before.
You're a badass.
I try.
Stop. Just, see what, okay.
Okay, you want me to own it? I'm a fucking badass.
There you go. There you go. Oh my God. Yeah, I see that, Whisper. Yeah, you're fucking right about that. Yeah. Yeah, you're a fact. I'm gonna clip that too. I'm gonna send that to you. So I'm gonna have you play that and repeat, so you can put that in your head. Like, I'm a fucking badass. Yeah, so
I'm a badass.
There you go.
Every stream, I'm gonna start with that video, and I'll just tell myself I'm a badass before we start.
I'm actually putting that in my notes right now. Clip. I'm a badass. Oh fuck yeah.
Andy's gonna hate that, because I'm just gonna be like, yeah, Andy, I'm such a badass.
Okay. That's amazing. So let's go back to I want to dive more deeper into how did you even start streaming? Like why start streaming video games? Like why? How did it all start?
Well, I've played video games since I was a kid.
Okay.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 is my jam.
Yo.
Favorite game of all time.
Yo, do you see the new Tony Hawk coming out?
1 and 2, and I'm really hoping that means 3 is to follow.
Oh my god, dude, I'm stoked for that. Anyway, yeah, continue. Sorry.
But I've played video games my whole life. I've always loved them. I mean, Mario Party, Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Call of Duty. I've played since the first Call of Duty came out for PlayStation. I would come home from work every day, and I would unwind by having a couple drinks and just playing video games and just hanging out. And I was doing it every day. And then that's when I found Mixer and started watching people. And I would watch people while I played and become parts of the communities. And seeing people get to do what I do every day and like enjoy it and like just be so happy and just have friends. And it made me want to stream. Like, okay, so right now I'm going to use an example. In the chat, still Kyle. I've known Kyle before I started streaming. He's like one of the reasons I started streaming, because I would come in and I would watch him. He would talk to me. He made me feel like I was at home and that I could be myself there. And he really made me want to start streaming. Him, Glitchy, Tangy Sauce, Forrest, who was Magnetron at the time. They all really, inspired me to want to do this and do the same things they did. I mean, because I was already a gamer. So it's not like, I'm going to start, all these girls are making money playing video games. I could do it too. I was already a gamer. So it was like, I'm doing this every day anyways. Let's go home and hit the go live button. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, I'm still doing the same thing I did every single day. I'm just doing it a little different now, whether it works or not.
So you press live. What was like some of the beginning moments of like the momentum? Like when did you start seeing the momentum started to pick up?
Honestly, I don't, sounds cocky or not. I feel it's always been there. I think that because I was so involved in so many communities, I think even as a new streamer, we always had something. Like my first stream, all of those people that I supported and looked up to, they came and they hosted me and they followed. I ended my first stream with like 200 and something follows. And my goal was 50 follows in a year. So I got off stream and I was like, oh shit, what? I was like, we just like quadrupled the goal for a year and a day. And it was wild. And I had met friends and played with people. And I always had a chat, and I always, I never had empty viewers or an empty chat. We always had people in there communicating or talking. So I feel like I was lucky. I have a lot of friends that do this, and they stream with 0 viewers and 0 followers for such a long time. And they work so hard. And it worked well for me. I don't know if because I feel it's a little bit of luck. I feel it's a little bit of personality, and I feel like it's a little bit of gameplay. And at the time I got all 3, and it worked out, and things just started to get better and better and better. And then after the partner application app, things just skyrocketed. And then after PAX South, it got even better, which I didn't think was possible. So hopefully it just keeps going up.
How long did it take till you got partnership?
I got denied my first time. So I like to tell this to a lot of people, like, don't worry about if you get denied, because it happens to a lot of us. And sometimes it's for different reasons. I applied at the wrong time. I waited until Black Ops 4 dropped, and I applied when that new game dropped. I was the #1 World War II Call of Duty streamer every single time that I got on prior to that. If I would have applied prior, I would have had it. I waited till Black Ops 4 came out, and all the new like the bigger partner streamers were playing it. I got pushed into the directory, and I got denied that time. And I think it was just because of the timing that I did apply, because we had the community, we had the backing, and it was bad timing. If I would have applied when it was World War II, I would have gotten it. I think it would have been great, because I was #1 on the directory every time. This was such a good game. I was so passionate about it. And that's why I tell people not to be discouraged. And and I'm not going to lie, I was very discouraged my first time of not getting it, because I felt we deserved it, and I was very hurt. And Kyle was actually the one who got me to apply again. He was like, shit, I've gotten denied like 3 or whatever times. He's like, I just got it, go for it. And he had just gotten partnered. And that's what pushed me to apply again for the second time, was when Kyle got accepted for partner. And he gave me the push and he said, who cares if you get denied? You have an amazing community, like, and you deserve it. So just do it. And I did. And we ended up getting it. And we're here.
Explain how'd you feel when you got partnered?
There's videos.
There's videos?
I was actually live when I found out I got partnered. I was running around playing Black Ops 4 with a couple of my mods. And I remember seeing 2 yellow names in my chat. And I was like, that's heckin' weird. 2 yellow names. So I opened my phone and I opened my email and it was like, Mixer partner decision. And I was like, oh, heck. And I opened it and it was like, congratulations, you just got partnered. And I literally just started bawling and shaking. I had called out of work sick that day. So I was like, this is the best sick day ever right now. I just got partnered on Mixer. I'm sitting there crying. And as soon as I said something, the yellow names came in chat and they were like, congrats on partner, spamming me and all this stuff. And they came in while I was live to congratulate me and tell me that I got partnered. And it was like one of the coolest moments of my life.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And there's videos? Where's the video at?
I can find them, pull them up. They were posted on Twitter. They're like all over the place. I have to dig them up because it's over a year ago now. She cried. I did cry. Of course I cried. I'm very emotional. Gosh, we've been over that.
You say you're emotional, but you haven't cried on the podcast.
I'm being really good. I've prepared myself mentally for this. I also put on more makeup than I normally do today, so I want to cry it off.
It's so funny how I love how females say like I'm home back from crying because you know how long it took to do this right here. I'm not trying to ruin it. It's amazing.
This took a solid 10 minutes because I'm not really a girly girl, but it's a lot for me.
That's awesome. Well, shit, yo, Taylor, thank you for sharing all that and congratulations on all what you created in the chat. Like, you created this, and I applaud you for this. You're such an amazing person. No, you're blessed. There's a difference.
Absolutely. Thankful, definitely. Grateful, and blessed.
That's awesome. All right, so we went through your character creation. Now we're gonna set your attributes because with every character you create, there's always a set of attributes. So I'm gonna go ahead and name some few characteristic traits, and you rate yourself from 1 to 5, 5 being the highest. Cool?
Okay.
All right. In chat, please feel free to be involved in this in the chat. It makes it so much more funner. So please, I already tell y'all are gonna have fun with this. All right. First one. Let's start easy. Curiosity.
Curiosity? Oof. 4.
Oof.
I'm pretty curious.
You say oof and then 4?
I'm pretty curious.
Why are you so curious?
Like, I could get nosy sometimes. Andy. See, the chat knows me better than I do.
Curious.
I am definitely a curious little kitten.
Okay, so tell us the last time you were curious about something.
Oh, probably every day.
Curious,
I feel like I'm curious about different stuff all the time. Like, it could literally be anything. It could be like, why did this person do this to me or treat me like this? Or, something as simple as like, oh, why aren't my numbers doing as well today as they were yesterday? Like, it's just like all over. Like, I'm literally curious about everything all the time. My mind's constantly running, asking myself stuff. Like, I don't know. I'm definitely curious all the time.
All right, second one, integrity.
5.
Why?
I think that everything that I've done proves that.
And
I feel that maybe I don't even, it's not something I have to explain because I've proved it with my actions. And I feel like words sometimes don't show that. A lot of people could say stuff, but I think I've proved that with everything that I've done since I started doing all this.
Loyalty.
Oh, 5 for sure.
Why?
I will get run over backwards, sticking up for somebody that I'm loyal to, even if they've done me wrong 100 times. And it's just who I am. Like, if you're in my crew, you're a ride or die to me, like 100%. Even if you've done me wrong. Like, I had somebody do me so dirty last year, and they came back recently, and I let them in, and I trusted them, and because I was loyal to that friendship and everything, and I ended up, getting fisted from it, and I learned my lesson, and it happens. So, we all make mistakes, but I feel that I've always been very loyal, and I've been loyal to everybody that's been a part of my community. Even if they've done me wrong, my doors are still open for them to come back. I never want somebody to leave my community and feel that I pushed them out. And if they did feel that way, I would hope that they would come to me and tell me. Yeah, I don't know. I'm very loyal to them, even if I've been burned. It's just who I am as a person. Very trusting. I'm very loyal, and I love everybody to death. And I give everybody second, third shots, until they burn me again, and then eventually I'll give up.
What's the point of no return where you give up?
Geez. When I get lied to, and like I get really burned, like I don't know, like the most recent thing I can think of is like I trusted this person, and I trusted that they were who they said they were, and that they were the person that they said they were. And yeah, guys, okay. I don't know, like I don't know, like this person, I had trusted them and I gave them a second chance. And I think what hurt me the most was everything that I was told and everything that they ever said to me. The way that everything ended, they did everything completely opposite, and just kind of made me feel more stupid for trusting them and being loyal to them. And it was like a wake-up call, like, okay, this person's not going to change, and it's only going to continue to get worse. It's toxic for me, and it's something that I need to cut out of my life. And I did, and it's been a pain for the past like a week or so, but life happens and things move on, and everything happens for a reason. Even these shitty people that you meet, they were in your life for a reason, whether it was to make you stronger or to make you realize something about yourself or whatever.
Patience.
Yeah.
No, that's the next one. Patience.
Oh, patience. Oh, 0, 1.
-4? Okay.
Yeah.
I finally.
I don't have any patience.
Now we're digging in somewhere. All right.
I don't have any patience.
Why?
Anthony, wow. I just never have been patient. I'm very antsy, like a little chihuahua. Like I said, I'm antsy. I have no patience. Like literally somebody could be like, yeah, I'll be there in a minute, and I still don't have the patience for a minute. I'm very like all over the place, like a puppy dog. Yeah, no patience here. It's bad. That's one thing I need to work on, but at least I know I need to work on it.
What is something that you're not really patient with?
Everything. Like everything. I have no patience. Like I want my food now. I like like Andy. Oh my god. So they're saying my mod Andy. I think I have a lot of patience with him. I put up with some shit, all right?
That's crazy. All right, next one. All right, we're gonna dive a little deep to a different realm. Spirituality.
I get 2.
Why?
I'm not very spiritual.
Okay, so this is why I asked this. Define what is your definition of spirituality?
I don't know. I just feel like kind of being really in tune with yourself, and that's something I haven't really learned to do yet, and something that I am learning to do, like being more in tune with myself, like kind of grounding myself. Like karma's my thing. Yeah, karma will get you, bitch. I feel like I said, I've been down on myself, and it's something I have to work on, but I do feel like spirituality has a lot to do with connecting to yourself and your inner self, and that's something that I'm still working on. So that's probably why I'd rate myself low on that one.
What do you mean you're working on it?
I know that I'm down on myself. Like I know that sometimes I'm insecure, or I have a lot of anxiety issues, and I'm like always anxious, and I'm always worried about like, what other people are saying about me, even if it doesn't matter. Like I would like to be more positive about myself and be able to be more in touch with who I am, like as a person. And I feel like it's something that has gotten better for me. and I'm definitely learning it. But 2 years ago, I would have said 0. At least I'm moving it up to a 2 now.
At least
So
there's
we're
some kind of
working.
improvement, yeah.
Yeah.
What is it you feel like? So what would it take to go from a 2 to a 3?
Probably trusting myself more and trusting my decisions. I feel like a lot of the decisions I make and stuff, I'm very uneasy or unsure, or it's not something that I'm like positive about. I think being more sure about my decisions and stuff, I think that would help me connect to myself a little bit. Being more positive about why I'm choosing to do what I'm doing, or stuff like that. Like I don't want to like second guess myself. I want, like, everything happens for a reason. I want it to be that way. Like I want to feel confident about that way, because I say that all the time, everything happens for a reason, but then sometimes I'll sit there and kick myself. Like, dang, like, why did I do this to myself? Why did I let this person back in? And I kind of wish I could sit there and go, okay, well, this is why this person's out. This is why I did that. Instead of questioning myself or what I could have done to make it happen. Like, I need to be more assured of how I feel and why I've made that decision.
You feel like, how do I? You feel. So you obviously have self-doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Do you welcome self-doubt?
I try not to. I used to be really bad with it. And I think that I'm getting a lot better at not self-doubting myself. It's still there, and I do still struggle with it, but it is getting easier for me to handle, or I guess get a little better with it.
What do you think is helping you out with that, with the improvement of that?
My friends. My friends are so blunt. They're straight up about everything. They tell it like it is, just like I do. Even if it's harsh, like, here's my Andy and Black Knot, 2 of my mods. They will sit me down and be like, yo, bitch, fuck you. You're an idiot. This is what you got to do. Like, they will tell it to me straight. There's no sugarcoating. There's nothing. Like, they will tell it to me straight because they care. And sometimes it comes off blunt, but it's what I need for the type of person I am. So I do feel like some of those friends give me that push that I need, and like, kind of just, they don't sugarcoat it. They just literally tell it to me like it is. And that's how I would want it to be, because that's how I would do it to them. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it to you. I'm going to tell you how I feel and like it is. Even if it sounds harsh, it's because I love you, you know, and it's why I'm saying things the way that I am.
Well said. Okay, next one. Stubbornness.
I'm so stubborn. Oh my gosh, that's the Hispanic in me. Yeah, let's go with the highest number. Bruh. Anthony, you're supposed to be my sponsor. Can you be a good noodle for like 5 seconds?
But he's being honest, though.
It's true.
Honest
I'm very
Andy
stubborn.
right there.
I'm very, very stubborn.
Why?
I think my Hispanic qualities are showing in this portion. Like, that's how I feel. I feel like the ones that are really high, my stubbornness and whatnot, that's my Hispanic side that comes up. Yeah.
Yeah, I could relate. I'm also Mexican too. Scottish Mexican American, so I understand.
Yeah, Mexican American here.
But why are you so stubborn, though?
I don't know. I've just always been this way. I've always been stubborn. My sister's stubborn too. She might even be worse than me, but I'm stubborn. Good luck changing her mind once it's set. Yeah, exactly. I'm stubborn. I'm very, put my foot down. This is it. Can't change my mind. I do that. I even do that into my own situations. Like, I'll be stubborn about something I might know about, but I've made this decision, so I'm going with it, even though I know I might have fucked up. Like, we're going with it because this is what I did.
There's no turning back. Once it's there, it's there. Watch her pushing Apex a few times. Oh shit. I've actually been there a few times. I've been there a few times where I came into the stream and you're playing Apex and you're just like, fuck it, fuck. I'm like, oh yeah, this is amazing. I love it.
Oh, a little wild.
All right, next one.
Yeah, I'm committed. I can't turn around. If I'm pushing a fight, that's it. It's over.
There's no changing it. It's like it doesn't even matter if you start seeing other teams coming. You're just like, nope, we're here.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm
just
in
do it. Like we're in it. We're in there like swimwear. Let's get it. There's no turning back. Okay. This one's pretty obvious, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. Forgiveness.
Yeah, very forgiving. Full send on that. 5. I'm too forgiving. Way too forgiving. I would love to change that about myself. I would love to not be so forgiving, because it definitely has been one of the main reasons that I've been burned so many times since I started streaming, is because of how forgiving I am.
Self-awareness.
Oh, I think I've gotten better at this. I would say a 3 or a 4.
What improved it?
Yeah, a lot. A lot.
What improved
from what I was. What? I think time. I think time and my friends and what I've gone through. I think it's a combination of the 3, to be honest. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just time.
Yeah, just time. I mean, streaming's a lot, and it's different and it's crazy, and people don't understand how much you learn or you go through, or the drama or whatever it might be. There's so much, and it's crazy. And I think that in the short time that I've been doing this, I've gone through a lot, and my community has seen me go through a lot. And I think that that's like a little bit of the mixture. But I was not self-aware a year ago. A year ago, I was a mess, and now I can actually sit back when I'm dealing with a situation and go, okay, Tay, you're not dealing with this the right way. So let's change how you're dealing with this. Like, you're not coping the right way. Let's try to cope the right way. And that's something that I was not able to do a year ago, but I can do it now. And I think that's a huge step for me as a person.
Of course. Congratulations on that.
Thanks.
You're welcome. All right, next one, luck.
Okay, my streaming luck is at a 4. My life luck is at like a 1. That's what I would say.
So it's like a 2.8.
Like, I think I'm like in between. I think I have a little more luck when it comes to streaming, but when it comes to real life, there's absolutely no luck. I have the worst luck in the world. My sister is very lucky. Yeah, Tanner is my sister. She is one of the luckiest people I have ever met in my life, no matter what she's doing. If it's a radio giveaway, she just won it. If she's on Animal Crossing, she just got like 6 gold nuggets out of nowhere. I mean, she's literally the luckiest human being I've ever met in my life, and I think she stole a little bit from me.
Is there any way she can give you some of that luck?
I hope so. Maybe one day.
Oh, man. All right, chat. So this last one I'm about to ask Taylor, and I would love for y'all to be involved. So the next one is gratitude. So I will ask Takedown to answer it, but in the meantime, I would ask for y'all in the chat, why are you grateful for Takedown?
Oh boy,
let's see how far we're gonna go with this. But Takedown, gratitude.
I would say a 5. I think I'm over grateful. I think I annoy people with how much I shove it down their throats that I'm thankful for them. Whether it's a tweet, whether it's in a Discord, whether it's just on Facebook for personal people to see, like, I can't tell these people thank you enough. Like, there's no words, there's nothing I can do, there's no giveaways that I could do to thank these people for their time, their effort, their friendship, their kindness, like all of it. It's stuff that I could have never asked for, and I could never thank them for everything that they've done for me. Like, from day one, every single one of them.
Yeah. So with this gratitude, where would you think you'd be at without it?
Not where I'm at. I don't think I would be anywhere near where I am, because I feel that if the people that do so much for you don't know how much they mean to you, and like that you're grateful for what they're doing, you don't deserve them. And if they don't stick around, that's on you. And I feel like a lot of the people stick around here because we are a family. We are friends. We spend time together, not on stream. We talk and shoot the shit. If I'm having a bad day and crying, at least 3 of my mods are getting messages, and they're going to hear about it. Like, she doesn't listen to her own advice. No, I don't. Thank you very much. That's why you guys are here.
So Monkey Boy says she's fun, and real, and you can't help but smile. Grateful is what she makes. There's something more up top. The DJ says, no bullshit, honest, lover, fighter, emotional, overall amazing human to know. Notorious twist. She doesn't care about herself. Everyone else comes first. She will go to war for months and then find another person to take care of. Then when the dust settles, she'll mop and wax the whole hood. Then it comes to dye her hair. Strictly Over It says, I'm new to her community and I absolutely love it and I will grow with her. Andy says, it's kind of the gratitude, and when you get it, you know it's meaningful. Yeah, it's true. Yo, take down this is awesome.
They make me so emotional all the time.
That's amazing. All right, Taylor. So we did your character creation and we set your attributes. Now you're off to your main quest in your life of this video game that you're in. Hearts, yes. Hearts, indeed. So what is your main quest?
To keep growing and to keep making an impact.
A
positive impact.
Explain that.
In any way I can. Like I said, I do a lot of charity work and I'm here as a friend. And if I can make an impact to raise money for charity or have somebody slide into my DMs because they're having a hard day and they're comfortable talking to me, then I think that I'm successful. And I think that if I can continue doing that and continue doing what I'm doing, but still grow and open those doors to more people, that's what I want, is to continue putting the positivity into the air and letting people feel comfortable and open. Like that's all I really want to do. It's not about the money to me. It's not even about the video games at this point. Like the video games help us communicate and do stuff together, and it's what brought us here and together, but it's about the family and the friendships. It's, sometimes we just play games while we do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's lucky that that's what brought us together, was that. And then from here, these are lifetime friends. These are people, like, no matter what happens, they're going to be in my life forever. And I hope that's the case. And some of these people, if I ever lost them, I would be devastated because they mean that much to me. They are like half of my heart. They're everything. They're there for me so much. And they're so supportive that it's stupid. I literally have to yell at them a lot of the time. Like, put your wallets away, no more gifted subs, no more donations, because they make me feel uncomfortable sometimes with the amount of love that they show me. And I'm like, let's just have a chill stream for one day without you guys popping off. And then they're like, no, this is the takedown stream. We pop off. And then they just do it anyways. So
I love how you said that. Can we just have one chill stream? Like, seriously?
Always. I always say that, and they don't let me.
That's awesome. Before they get
I
to
hear Chris laughing from the room over here.
That's awesome. Real quick, Jerky XP says, I'm grateful that you put so much time and energy into our brand. You literally attach us to your body. Oh, okay. I see what you did there. Your commitment is incredible and unquestionable. Thanks for being so supportive to our brand. Also, I am glad that I have met you. Big old heart emoji. That's love right there.
Love you, Anthony.
Man. Okay, so that's your main quest. What are some of your side quests in your adventure of life?
Side quests, kind of just learn more about myself, because I'm telling you, every single day I still learn more about myself, something new or something that I do that I didn't realize I did, or, like side quests, I don't really have much. One thing, that was like a little side quest that I wanted so bad was to be on Partner Spotlight. It was just like a little thing I wanted, and I could look forward to it. And it was something that I had put my eyes on the prize. I saw I wanted it. And then, a couple weeks later, they had messaged me and asked for photographs, and they were like, yeah, we want to put you on the spotlight. And I literally started crying because I was like, I wanted this 2 weeks ago, and here we are 2 weeks later, and they're telling me that this one thing I was going to spend all year trying to get, I'm going to get it right now. And it was crazy. And it's a little thing, and it's not much, but for Mixer to want to showcase me and my community and what I do on the front page meant more than anything.
That's awesome. I love what DJ said. He's like, side quiz, drink beer, NASCAR. And yeehaw. Yeah, that's funny. NASCAR? Why NASCAR though? I
I'm a
haven't.
NASCAR fan. I'm a NASCAR girl. I know it doesn't
Oh,
seem
really?
like it, but I am.
Wow. Okay.
Drink beer,
Okay.
watch NASCAR, yell at the cars go roundy round, and like it's my thing. I don't. It's we've sat and I'll watch the NASCAR race and do it at like web show and talk to everybody while I'm watching it. Or if I can't miss a race, I'll be playing Apex, but the race is right next to me. And I just screamed on stream earlier because all the races have been canceled and postponed, and the race in Miami just got rescheduled to literally on my birthday. So I was on
Let's
stream when I
go.
saw it, and I was like, ah! And I'm like screaming, and Chris is my roommate's like, oh my God, what's going on? What happened? And I was like, NASCAR on my birthday! And I was just like so excited. But it's just like the little things like that. Like I love NASCAR. I like to read. I like to chill and play video like games like Animal Crossing sometimes. Like when I'm live, I'm sweaty on Apex or Realm or whatever. But when I'm offline, I'm playing Uno with my community and Animal Crossing and just trying to chill out completely.
I love what Notorious said. He's like, she loves a good left turn.
Oh, they always make fun of me for being a NASCAR girl.
That is so funny. Oh my gosh. You said you read books? You read?
I haven't recently because I haven't had a lot of time, but it was one of my favorite hobbies, and it's something that I do want to pick up again. My favorite series of books is the Dexter books. They're incredible. I don't know if you guys have seen the TV show Dexter. It actually originated from a series of books, and the books are 10 times better than the show itself. They're amazing. The first book is kind of similar to one of the seasons, but other than that, they're completely different. And they're fun. And I got really into that series for a while, and I haven't finished it because streaming is crazy with the amount of time you put into it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we're doing like 4 to 12-hour streams a day, getting on Discord with our friends after stream for another 6 hours or so. And then on top of like doing other stuff for, social media or meetings with my sponsors or putting together charity streams or whatever it may be, like people don't realize how much goes into this and how much time comes into it as well. It's basically like blood, sweat, and tears. And sometimes I don't even have a chance to breathe, or I have to make sure I'm getting enough water, like because it is so hectic and it's so wild. But like that's why I kind of wish I had a little more time to unwind and read a book, because it's constantly video games and social media that I feel like sometimes it fogs your head because you're looking at how everybody else is being perceived through the internet, that you feel down on yourself. And I feel like sometimes it's good to shut down the social media and stuff like that, and maybe clear your head and read a book and whatnot, because sometimes social media will make you feel down on yourself. You could know everything about yourself, but you're looking at how somebody else is portraying their life and you feel down. And guess what? That person might be in a shit ass mood too, but they're not making it look that way because that's just how they're trying to portray themselves. Like, you never know what somebody's going through, and a lot of social media is fake, and it's just to make people look good or for likes or just to look happy. Like that's why I post about, if I'm upset, you guys know I post that I'm sad, I'm depressed or whatever, and I get flack for it. Oh, she wants attention. No, I want you guys to see that I'm being open, or that you can be open with me, because a lot of people think that, oh, everybody's going to think I want attention, so I'm not going to post that I'm struggling because it's going to be for attention.
Yeah.
And I wish people didn't feel that way, and I feel like so many people do feel that way, that they can't post about their struggles because of what other people are going to say or how other people are going to react to it.
There's always going to be those people though. So
oh yeah, absolutely.
It's just, I think one of the things is that the people that do that, I think they're just scared to tell about their own emotions. So then they lash out to those that are brave enough to even let their emotions out in public. Yeah. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That's cool though. NASCAR. Wow. I'm still blown away by that.
I know, it's different.
How'd you get into that?
When I lived in Orlando and I was going to college, my best friend Noah was a huge NASCAR fan. And I always gave him shit, and like I would watch a race here and there with him, but I never really got into it. But then when I moved back home to open up that restaurant, my stepdad was a massive NASCAR fan. He loved Kyle Busch. Fuck Kyle Busch, guys. I don't like Kyle Busch. But for my stepdad, I would wear a Kyle Busch shirt since he's passed away now.
Yeah.
But it was my stepdad got me into it. I moved back home with my mom, and he would have NASCAR on every Sunday, and I would sit down with him and we would watch it, and I would have a couple beers, and I got into it. And I just started watching the races with him and really enjoying it. And then I went to my first race. I went to Daytona, and it changed my life after that. I went to a race and the smell of the fuel from the cars and the tires burning and the sounds and, the beers. And it's so family friendly. People think NASCAR rednecks, yeehaw. It's not. It's so family friendly. They have kid zones with blow ups and there's more kids running around than adults. And it's just a family friendly, like fun thing. And after my first race that I attended, it was downhill from there. And I've been obsessed with NASCAR ever since then.
You know what's crazy is that I lived in Indianapolis for 3 years, and those 3 years I purposely missed out on the Indy 500 because I lived literally down the street from it. Like I could hear the cars from where I was at. Yeah. Now I'm like, fuck, I should have went. Like it's just I hear so many good things about it. Yeah, no, dude. I lived literally. Yeah, it was from the Brickyard. It's just crazy.
That's so crazy.
Should have done it.
They're definitely fun. It's definitely different when you experience a race for yourself than watching it on TV. Because I'll tell you right now, I could watch races on TV and I fall asleep. Like it's very easy to not enjoy a race on TV. But if you go to the race, it's just one of the most amazing things with everybody being there and, all the family friendly and the events and the stuff they have going on. It's so much to do. And it's a shame that when this race comes on my birthday, there's no fans. So we're going to watch from home, but we're going to make the best of it. We're going to put up a beer pong table in the backyard, put the race on the laptop and like have a Discord party and just tailgate together. Cause if we can't be there, it'll be my birthday and it'll be NASCAR. So what's better than beers, your friends, NASCAR, and a Discord party? There's nothing.
And you said it's a month from now. So June 14th?
Mm-hmm. June 14th.
Hey, you'll be 29?
Yes.
Hey, happy 29. Shit. Enjoy the 20s while it lasts. I'll be 30 this August.
Exactly, right?
NASCAR in the projector. Yo, that'd be dope.
Cool. I do like dirt track racing. I like the midget cars, the sprint cars with the little things on them. Kyle Larson, he races those a lot, and Tony Stewart. Those are really, really cool. I've never been to a dirt race, but I would love to go to a dirt race because they're totally different. That's like small town stuff. Like I'm in Florida, so I have the Homestead track and the Daytona track. So it's the big craziness. Like I would love to go to something so much more low key than what they put together here.
That's amazing. Notorious Twist. Indy, I delivered to your Wally Worlds, bro. Yeah, somebody said they lived near the track. I lived in, if you guys know where Long's Bakery is, the famous Long's Bakery, I lived down the street from that. That's where I was at. But yo, that's going to be dope. You said, I'm going to have to mark down my calendar. You said you're going to put that on Discord? Like a live Discord thing? For your celebration for your birthday?
Yeah, we usually do like the voice chats and we hang out together and we'll either stream it or whatever. I have no idea yet. We have a month to figure it out, but I think it'll be a really good time.
Please keep me in the loop. I would love to be there and help celebrate.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I'd love to be there. It'd be fucking awesome. All right.
It's always a good time when we get together and we do stuff
I mean, I'm having a good time with y'all right here. I can't even imagine a whole tailgate, like online tailgate, man. That'd be insane. Can't wait. All right,
believe Anthony, he's not turning 30, guys. He's literally like 22. Do not believe him.
Is he really, though?
Yes, he's a successful young businessman. Anthony, I'll call you out all day. He is a baby.
22? And you out here like this?
Successful baby.
He's a successful.
Popping off. He's got like 3 to 4 businesses. Man knows what he's doing.
Dude, congrats to that, man. That's awesome. Lamouche? No, we're not going to Lamouche. No. We're gonna shout out the.
I can call him out.
Facts. All right, so we spoke. You completed your main quests and all your side quests, and then you reached your final boss. So, what is your final boss you wish to conquer?
How do I say this in the right way?
Say it your way, not the right way.
Myself, like, and not necessarily to conquer, but like the number one thing about me is like. In this journey, learning myself, learning what I want, and becoming a better person. And I think that's the biggest thing because I feel I am my worst enemy. And that's my biggest downfall is being my worst enemy. And I've been getting so much better with my self-awareness and everything else that's been going on that I do feel like it's getting somewhere. And I'm noticing myself improving and I'm noticing myself getting better and I'm being more proud of myself for things that I'm doing. And like, that's my main quest. My main goal is to conquer myself, to make myself the best me that I can be and continue to learn from whether it be my mistakes or my successes, to take those with me and cherish them and grow from them and learn from them. And every single day is a new day to be able to do that.
Awesome. Well, say you conquer your final boss and it hits game over. What is the legacy or impact you wish to leave when somebody opens your save file?
When somebody opens my save file, what my legacy is? That people feel like they can be themselves. Like when people watch me tell my story and say what I say, I want them to be comfortable being themselves, or seeing that it's okay to be yourself and that it's possible to be successful and have success by being an open, real, honest person and not having to smile and wave and bite your tongue, for subs or donos or whatever. Like, it's about a family, it's about friendships, it's about so much more than just all that. And I want people to see that being yourself and just making friends can literally turn into success, and something that you think isn't possible is 100% possible for everybody, as long as they put hard work into it, time and effort, and as long as they're real. Because people can see through the fake bullshit, whether it takes 3 or 4 years. It's so easy to see through it over time. But if you're real, every time you hit that go live button, you're being yourself, and you never have to worry about being somebody that you're not. And I think that's how people should feel, is that they should be allowed to be who they are without caring what other people think.
Well said. It's a great save file, Taylor. Well, wow, that was great. So where can people find you, like socials and stuff? Plug it in.
Well, you can find me at mixer.com/TakeDownTV. My Twitter and my Instagram are _TakeDownTV, because that was stolen, unfortunately. So you guys can follow me there. I'm very active on Twitter. I've been trying to just do more on there. We post funny clips and talk about stuff, or like I said, sometimes talk about serious stuff like sexual harassment, or if I'm in a bad mood, or sometimes just a good day. If you do want to ever talk to us or any of us, like the Discord, like I said, is always busy. You could find that link on my Mixer page. It's constantly popping off, talking, drinking together, having a good time. We're just friends. And like, if you guys are looking for somebody to talk to, even if to shoot the shit or post pictures of your artwork or whatever, like that's what we're here for, is to just chill and like hang out. And like, it's a safe zone for you guys, and it's a fun place to be. So I know a lot of people don't feel that they can speak in Discords or whatever, but I promise when you see mine, you're either going to leave or be really embarrassed for us, because that's how crazy it is.
I'm definitely going to be there more often. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. For everybody in the chat, y'all were like, even though she's here on the show, y'all are the secret ingredient to this. You guys made it so much more fun and amazing. Thank y'all for all coming out. Everybody putting all the love and support out here, all the follows. I appreciate it, guys. Sorry I don't say it out loud, because obviously for obvious reasons, but I see y'all. Yeah, go ahead, spam them hearts in the chat. You guys, this is such an amazing... What's the name of your community?
We call ourselves the Pit Crew.
The Pit Crew?
Yep.
Like a NASCAR. Yo, the Pit Crew.
Yeehaw!
Yeah, the Pit Crew, y'all are so fucking amazing. Like, I had so much fun doing this podcast. It was great. Before we end it, TakeDownTV, what is your name and whose save file is this?
My name is TakeDownTV, and this is my save file.
Let's go. Let's get it. When you going to link up at PAX interview show? I'm new to this. I don't have any connections. So if anybody knows somebody...
We will get him connections. We will hook this man up. He does amazing.
I appreciate that. But yeah, I'll definitely... all right, bet. Just... My DMs are always open. Whatever it is, what it is, Discord or Twitter. Yeah, Discord or Twitter. You'll see it. Guys, thank you so much again. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. You guys are amazing. Yeah, stay happy, stay healthy, most of all, gamers, stay golden. Much love, y'all. Peace. Hey, let's go.